Welcome to the Dreamlands. We are back in the deserts of Kharak for this time another 3v3. The map is going to be Kalash Valley, and we've got a pretty decent lineup of players here. This replay was sent to me probably like 2 months ago now, and I've been meaning to get to it for a while. And since I know you guys love your big 3v3 macro battles, I thought I'd bring you another one. Looks like we've got a triple coalition team going up against Galcian, Soban, and Masque rolling as random. So you guys know the routine. We are just going to kill the UI, get our bearings first here. So this is going to be Team 2. We are going to be spawning on the north side of Kalash Valley. And let's check our players here. Alright, so Team 2 spawning on the north side of Kalash Valley. First up, left-hand spawn, we are going to have Knightshade playing as the Soban. I do believe Knightshade has appeared on the channel before, and if not, because I can't remember off the top of my head, they will be making their debut in this match. I have been playing with Knightshade a lot lately, a player that is relatively new onto the scene, but is proving himself to be a fairly competent player. So excited to see what sort of plays Knightshade is going to bring to the table in this match. Bringing up the middle spawn for Team 2, we are going to have, once again, Masque of the Red Death. This is a player you should be quite familiar with at this point. She has been playing for a fair bit of time and is a reasonably competent, decent player. And last up, taking up the right-hand spawn, I totally forgot already. Oh yeah, we have got Cheetas Never Win. I'm fairly certain that Cheetas has appeared on the channel at least once before. Been around for a little bit now, and a pretty darn good player as well, playing as the Galcian. So we are going to have Soban, Coalition, and Galcian as Team 2. Team 1, all the way onto the north side of the map. We are going to have... Alright, so taking up the left-hand spawn, it is going to be Melody. I'm pretty sure Melody is making her debut on the channel. I don't believe I've cast game with her yet, but I have played with her a number of times. A pretty darn decent player, playing as the Coalition in that nice hot pink color. Taking up the middle spawn, it is going to be Derogorn. My mouse wheel is acting extremely finicky. I do apologize for that. I'm going to have to be a little bit more careful here with the mouse wheel. Anyway, Derogorn has appeared on the channel before, been playing for quite some time. Competent player. I've played with them, and I believe I've cast them once before. So, welcoming back to the channel, Derogorn. Right side spawn, it is going to be MooSah. MooSah is a player that everybody in the scene should be more than familiar with. Been playing since day one, a good friend of mine, and a very solid coalition player. So, looks like we have some action already on the map. Let's just get our bearings here and see what is going on along the left-hand side of the map. That's actually going to be west. We have got Masque of the Red Death, as well as Knightshade coming in with a bunch of LAVs. Masque of the Red Death even coming in with a base runner, so it looks like we're going to have some turret shenanigans going down. A little bit of defensive play from Melody coming out with a bunch of LAVs, supporting LAVs from Derogorn as well. So we've got the first skirmish of the game on our hands, and it looks to be a damn good one. Masque of the Red Death Space Runner coming under a decent amount of fire. Looks like she is getting pushed off by a very nice response to this by Melody. These LAVs are doing extremely well, getting a ton of value. Killed a bunch of LAVs already. The turret does go down. One LAV is going to get popped, but the rest are definitely going to get away. So it looks like Masque is going to succeed in slowing down Melody's expansion a little bit, not allowing her to take that third. We do have... This mouse wheel is kind of pissing me off, to tell you the truth. Just give me a sec here. There's the button. Alright, so it looks like we do have an artifact grab from MooSah. Base runner coming out from Melody into mid as well. And a ton of action. More and more LAVs streaming across the map from Masque. Looks like somebody's been playing with Garmulator lately, because she is doing the Garm build for sure. No upgrades yet, though. Turret was... Nope, that was an LAV. LAV goes down. This base runner is toast for sure. Pops a turret. That gets picked off without any losses. Beautiful play from Masque. Now we've got a bunch of AAVs from Knightshade coming out to back this assault. This base runner is in a big, big deal of trouble. We do have MooSah with some AAVs with armor upgrades as well, coming out to support the engagement on this side of the map. A beautiful use of smoke, going to let that base runner escape alive. Beautiful skirmishes going on so far. This game is turning out to be very action-packed. Do we have any artifacts? None yet. We do have one picked up by Masque, one picked up by Melody, and both players unable to drop it just yet. AAVs from MooSah going west, while Derogorn's LAVs go east. And it looks like they are going to catch Cheetas Never Win out, who has opened extremely greedy, up to 3 bases already, when Masque of the Red Death appears to be just taking her second, Knightshade just taking their second as well, Melody on 2, Derogorn and MooSah all on 2. So nice greedy opening from Cheetas Never Win, getting a couple of AAVs to support from Knightshade along the east side of the map as well. Really, really nice play coming out from all of the players so far. A turret from MooSah, probably. Yep, the turret goes down to try and block the drop-off path for Team 2. That's going to get cleaned up by those AAVs pretty easily. They do have an armor upgrade as well. So 2 armor upgrades for Moose, while 1 for Knightshade. What's going on here? Is this Moose? Melody. Melody supporting MooSah as well. They are escorting the base runner to try and take the first artifact of the game. Artifacts have been set to 7 for this match, which is quite a number. Looks like we're getting geared up for a nice macro game. That was some beautiful engagements in the early game. This is not a good idea. A couple of LAVs coming out from Masque. They are going to get shut down hard by all of these AAVs. Even a little smoke here to guard the base runner. Beautiful play by Moose. That base runner is going in for sure. Oh, that was Moose's base runner as well. So he guards his artifact drop, and they dunk it. Team 1 for the first artifact of the game. Team 2 trying to sneak their base runner around. And it looks like Masque of the Red Death with AAVs on the field now. Gonna come under some fire from Melody's flanking AAVs with a nice high ground position there. Do we have armor upgrades? We do have a single armor upgrade and a single for Masque as well. Strike fighters, or that's interceptors on the field already from Cheetas Never Win. You start popping off shots at all of these units that are camping out in mid. Beautiful play by Cheetas. Did he go straight into interceptor tech? I think he did. Does he have assault ships? Yeah. So a couple of assault ships guarding his resourcing while he sends his interceptors out across the map to try and clear some enemies out. Meanwhile, we've got a big push along the west side of the map. Masque of the Red Death's AAVs. Pretty big push too. Just 1 armor. That's fine. They are just going to bypass Melody's carrier completely. One of them is definitely going to go down, taking turret fire. Already some railguns on the field for Melody. Going to start popping off shots. Some nice micro here as well, keeping those railguns split and moving away from the AAVs within line of fire. This is beautiful micro, guys. Check that out. 2 of Masque's AAVs make it behind enemy lines, though. This is going to be a real pain in the ass for Melody to deal with. She is going to bring her support cruiser and salvagers to the protective cover of her carrier and the bulk of her army. MooSah now transitioning into mass railguns. They are able to stop the drop as well, so keeping that 1-0 lead. Team 2, some really solid play coming out from them. Looks like Derogorn is moving up to grab his third, as is Moose, as is Melody. I suspect all other players as well. Indeed they are. So every player now moving up to a full 3-base economy. Whoa, Knightshade's carrier coming out into mid as well, starting to pump out railguns. So AAV, LAV railgun for Knightshade. Same composition for Masque of the Red Death, and it looks like some skimmers coming out onto the field now for Cheetas as well. So skimmer, assault ship, and interceptor. Ballsy move here from Melody, trying to pick up this middle artifact as well. Her carrier coming out to bid as well, backed up by AAVs and railguns. MooSah with mass railguns. A couple of AAVs and some screening LAVs from Derogorn. I don't see a lot of units on the field for Derogorn, so it's going to be pretty interesting to see what he brings to the table here. Oh, that is Derogorn, pardon me, bringing his carrier out to mid. We've got another artifact grab from Derogorn, trying to wait for the opportune time to dunk that, and I think that time is right now. The path looks pretty open. He should be moving that base runner to deliver that artifact. Cheetas is in a pretty dangerous position. This map actually is a little bit imbalanced. Oh, the interceptors, though, they are going to savage these railguns. Not too much anti-air on the field currently. This is going to force Moose back in a big, big way. These forces of MooSah... Okay, so he does get a missile battery on the field. That's going to make Cheetas think twice before just doing a full frontal assault with those interceptors. Took some heavy losses there. Beautiful play by Cheetas. He's in a pretty tough spot, though. This is a very difficult spot to hold. As I was mentioning, this map is a little bit imbalanced. This third location for the north right spawn player is very, very hard to hold. It's a real pain in the ass. We do have another little skirmish going on the west side of the map. Or pardon me, this is the east side. Some nice AAV positioning from Knightshade, gonna force off Melody's LAVs, and Knightshade is just pushing closer and closer to the enemy base here with his Soban carrier. Oh yeah, getting that fence up of ALMs. What level of power is he at? Just one, and one in range, so popping a few shots with the carrier's railguns and just spewing out more and more AAVs, LAVs, and railguns. Pretty solid composition. He is being pretty damn aggressive, just going straight for Melody's throat. Melody has some nice positioning, though. I like the split on her units. These units over here with a clear line of fire to Knightshade's forces. Oh, he's just going to dump an ALM right on top of them. Nice positioning from Melody with these railguns on the high ground there with a clear shot. Beautiful play. Ooh, dear. Knightshade is in a bit of trouble. He does have the macro advantage, but that's not going to last very long. He's in a tough spot with that crossfire. Again, this is exactly how you want to play it. Use this hill if you're on this spawn, but a big push coming from Masque of the Red Death. A ton of AAVs backed up by a ton of railguns. We do have double armor for all of those units. Knightshade sitting with one armor as well. Meanwhile, on the west side of the map, we are going to have a big push coming out from Moose. Looks like that was a bomber on the field already for Cheetas. Looks like he has gone pretty much mass air. He does have 7 interceptors and 2 bombers on the field, but Moose's carrier is moving up to a more central position, and he does have a number of missile batteries on the field. Cheetas is going to take a beating with this. He does not want to engage here. He's going to cause some casualties, but he is going to pay way too high a price for that. Definitely not worth it, and Moose is creeping up here. Even a couple of support cruisers on the front line. Double armor for his heavy vehicles. Let's keep tabs on what's going on here. For some reason, Masque is getting pushed back. Knightshade is getting pushed back. And Cheetas is holding his own. No more artifacts grabbed just yet. We do have 2 artifacts being attempted by Team 1. This is Derogorn as well as... Oh, Derogorn with the double grab there. Oh man, Cheetah's carrier is taking massive railgun fire right now. He has to be very, very careful. A huge skimmer swarm coming in to try and outflank those railguns. Oh, you don't want to see Moose charging his carrier in. That can only mean one thing. Does not have a cruise missile yet. That's shocking. Oh dear, but Cheetas does have the level 5 missile barrage. Oh, huge barrage. Oh, that was beautiful. Oh my god, that was pretty amazing. Moose does not care. He is going for blood. He sniffs blood in the water. He is going to start pursuing Cheetah's carrier with his own carrier. Full power into weapons. 3 in power, 2 in range, and a couple of support cruisers pumping out railguns. Cheetas is desperately launching all of his air forces, trying to slow Moose down, shunting power by the looks of it into speed and repairs, which is exactly what he wants to do. Moose has to be careful not to overextend himself here. That can be a trap in a big way. Big battle, flying carrier, tons of shit going on this side of the map. Holy Christ. This game is crazy, actually. I am definitely going to be missing some action. I do apologize for that. This is super important, though. Did Cheetah's carrier go down? It did not. It looks like Moose has almost overextended himself. He is now caught potentially between 2 players. We have strike fighters coming in from, this has to be Masque of the Red Death, who has camped her carrier directly on top of Team 1's extraction zone. They are not going to be getting in any artifacts anytime soon. Oh dear, look at this. Derogorn being forced back completely. All 3 players now camping out on this east side of the map. Big flank coming out from Masque of the Red Death, gonna totally outflank MooSah's forces, clean that up entirely, and now MooSah is trapped here with his carrier behind enemy lines. He is definitely not out of it yet. What has he got? Just still power level 3, but he is totally surrounded now. He's got Masque behind him, and Knight and Cheetah on his flank. Another missile barrage coming in. That's got to be Cheetah's from all the way across the map. Beautiful missile barrage again, going to clean up almost all of Melody's forces, supported as they are by strike fighters from Masque. Oh my god, look at Cheetah's. What a game. Melody has been outflanked and crushed back down to 2 resource locations. MooSah trying to reunite with his team members, Derogorn coming out to support him. MooSah's macro is on point though, look at this. He has tons of units spewing out from his carrier, backed up by a ton of railguns from Derogorn. Very nice teamwork coming out from these 2 players. Beautiful play by Derogorn, trying to cut off this path here to prevent the enemy forces from outflanking Moose, allowing him to get back here to his teammate's side. Going on over here. Cheetah's is still up here pushing with Masque while Knight is on his own holding mid. Let's check this battle out. Oh man, Cheetah's is ballsy. Look at this. Masque of the Red Death has a handful of forces, just a couple of LAVs and AAVs supporting this mass skimmer blob, as well as Cheetah's powered up carrier. Is this going to be a decisive moment in the game? Let's check this out. Beautiful carrier combat. Melody is on the run. It looks like we do have some fighting going on in mid as MooSah and Derogorn try and stem the tide. Knightshade pushing up with all of his railguns, covering his carrier's advance, and Cheetah's just being a massive nuisance over here right behind enemy lines with his Galaxian carrier. Look at that. Oh dear. Mass LAVs now coming out from Derogorn. Going to try and get right on top of these railguns. Targeting jammer goes down. That's not going to be too effective. It can be easily avoided by these LAVs, which are getting in position to outflank these railguns, slowly cleaning them up while MooSah's forces have a clear line of fire over here. No other artifacts delivered just yet. Some more air support coming in from Masque of the Red Death, with these strike fighters going to clean up pretty much the rest of MooSah's forces, force him to come back with his carrier, and it looks like Team 1 has been boxed in. All 3 carriers corralled into the center, while Cheetah's Never Win gets right behind them and cleans up all of their resourcing. Look at that play. Very, very nice. Masque still camping out, supporting with strike fighters and mass LAVs. Oh, we've got a big nuke. Oh my god. Oh. Oh, that cruise missile. That was MooSah with the savage cruise missile, and now Knightshade is in a ton of shit. Derogorn attempting to get Cheetahs out of their territory. Looks like Knightshade is going to go down though. Oh, he held it down in mid for so long, but that cruise missile, oh my god. Well, let's watch this final carrier battle here. There we go. Nice play by Moose, cleaning up Knightshade, so it is now a 3-on-2. Team 2 has a very distinct advantage, however. We do have a little bit of a backstab. Who is this? Derogorn. Beautiful play from Derogorn. I'm actually pretty impressed with his play so far. Nice teamwork, even getting a little bit of a backstab, cleaning up one of Cheetah's mining locations. 2-3. Oh my lord, I think I missed that. I do apologize for that. Cheetah's Never Win has abandoned his side of the map, and he's now mining from Melody's location. Look at this guy, man. Oh my lord. What has he got? He's just got bombers now and his super-powered carrier. Does have some assault ships now coming in from a flank. MooSah is in a ton of trouble. These are pretty damn powerful assault ships. They are just going to do massive AoE. Strike fighters coming in to support from Masque of the Red Death. What a battle. We got to watch this in full cinematic glory. This is amazing. Oh, Cheetahs is in trouble now. He has been corralled back to the bottom corner of the map, and he is just taking mass fire from 3 super powerful carriers. Oh, just gets out of range. Is he gonna live? No, surely he's not gonna live. MooSah is going to see to that. Too much DPS coming out of that coalition carrier with full power and weapons. There we go. Oh, and a cruise missile. Where is it going? Wasted. Moose, man, come on. Totally unnecessary cruise missile, but Derogorn has been, Cheetahs Never Win goes down as well. So somehow Team 1 with a clutch defense, able to take out both Knightshade and Cheetahs Never Win and totally clean this up. Cheetahs just decides to suicide everything. He doesn't care. He's out of the game. This is not a good idea. As a Galcian player, you can still produce units. Like, who cares if your carrier's gone? Take your units to the back of the field, spam heavy railguns, spam whatever unit you need, and you can still get in the game. You know how many times I've won games losing my carrier, but having 3 production cruisers on the field? So many times, so don't do that. Cheetahs is totally gone now. He has nothing, and it is going to be Masque of the Red Death on the field by herself versus a full team. Can she pull this out? Man, what a turnaround. She's got a pretty decent army, actually. If she can catch one of these carriers out, oh, with the cruise missile and beautiful positioning on the railguns. Oh, the cruise missile is a whiff, a giant whiff. If that landed right here, Derogorn might have been gone, actually. So maybe a little bit of a panic aim or a guess or something, but that was a giant whiff. That was actually a potentially game-losing move right there. I hate to say it, but... So far, every single one of these players has played absolutely fantastically. This has been an absolutely magnificent game. Masque down to just a handful of railguns and a handful of AAVs. We do have 2 armor upgrades for them. What's her carrier power looking like? Massive power in weapons. What she should have done is actually gone for Melody, who's back here by herself. Can she do it? If she can do this, I will just be pretty damn amazed. Oh, no, 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 no. Bring your railguns back. Bring them back. All of these units are actually just getting cleaned up. We do have an artillery cruiser on the field for Derogorn. He wants to keep it back behind his carrier. Back over here, we do have an assault cruiser as well. A nuke coming out from MooSah right on top of the remaining forces of Masque, and her entire army goes down in a spectacular explosion. Her carrier now is the only thing that she has left. Does she have any resourcing? She does, actually. Still 2 resourcing locations, so she's not completely out of it yet, but I think her days are numbered now that both Derogorn and Melody have a chance to get back into this game. There's no way she can take on 3 players. Holy smokes, that was a very fast-paced, very intense game. One of the better 3v3s I've seen in a while, actually.
Red alert. Carrier hull at 25% integrity. Target on the board. Command carrier needs support. Be advised. Hostile carrier.
Oh my goodness, cruise missile. Oh, direct hit. Beautiful. Moose is out of the game. Oh my god, this game is not over. This is still anybody's game. What Masque needs to do right now, though, is take power out of weapons and full power into reactive armor. Get that carrier healed up, spam units, and she could do this. What's Melody doing? Melody's carrier is dangerously low on hit points. Again, for Melody, she needs to take power out of these systems, get herself to level 5, and put it all into reactive armor. Heal up that carrier, get those support cruisers onto it as well. 1 cruise missile and she's toast. So even a few railgun shots and she's toast. Do we have another? Oh my god, we do. So Masque has 2 routes to winning this game. Killing Melody and making it a 1v1 and then grabbing a couple artifacts and running the clock, or somehow getting enough units onto the field to take both of these players and kill them. She is definitely on the back foot right now, though. Just a handful of LAVs, a handful of railguns, and her superpowered carrier. Looks like she is just going to grab this artifact and get it uncontested, however. What she needs to do is get a drone off of the base runner, scout this, and then cruise missile it. Because currently she is on the run. Melody should not be allowing her to grab any more artifacts. While Derogorn moves in for the kill. You got to keep that teamwork up. Even when you think you've won the game, things like this can turn around. Look at that, there's only 5 minutes left. Man, I wish you could turn this off. These boxes here that appear, I always wish you could turn that off. It's totally not necessary in a replay anyway. So Masque dunks another artifact. Did she? Oh yeah, she did. So it's up to 1-1 now. So she's tied it up. Pardon me, that was Team 1 which had the initial artifact. This assault cruiser overextending a little bit, going to take some railgun fire and be forced into retreat. Nice positioning here. Even more railguns on the field now. Masque is not out of it yet. She's actually taken Cheetah's starting position. Derogorn is being a little bit too apprehensive, in my opinion. Does he not have any resources or something? Like, get mining here, get mining here, get mining here. There's so many locations for you to mine. What you need to do in this situation is make sure you have the economy. Another cruise missile. This is a waste of a cruise missile here. You don't need it for this. Does take both of those units out, but you could spend that 500 CU in way, way better ways. Team 1 needs to mine really badly. They need to mine and push. Derogorn being way too apprehensive at this point in the game. He's only allowing Masque to stay in this game. Like, if Melody and Derogorn push together, they can just kill Masque, right? Like, without very much difficulty. I mean, she does have a pretty damn good army. What is this? 6 strike fighters as well as a number of railguns. 9 railguns, oh boy. A couple of AAVs, couple of LAVs. So her army is pretty damn terrifying, actually. But again, this is just far too apprehensive of play. Melody, though, got her economy back up and running, so that's good. Her carrier is still almost dead, though. Get that carrier healed up and get on the front line, and you and Derogorn need to get rid of this, because currently Masque is actually taking a lead right now. Shockingly. Get that AA up on the front. There you go. This artillery cruiser should be right here, pouring its fire right here. Back it up with railguns on the top of these hills, AAVs over here to prevent any kind of run-bys, missile battery on the front line. So Derogorn is doing the right thing, grabbing that artifact and not letting Masque run the clock. But his artillery needs to get right here. Get that artillery up, man, and start pouring your fire right onto this giant blob of railguns, which is totally, like, Masque's entire army is blobbed together. One big barrage could just wreck this whole thing. Bit of a whiff. There is Derogorn going to grab it, though, with 1.5 minutes left on the clock. Oh, it's all going to come down to this single artifact. Masque needs to destroy this, and Derogorn needs to protect it. Get your carrier in front of it, man. Oh, Lord, a cruise missile. Oh, God. Oh, so close, but no cigar. There you go. Get that carrier to block this, man. Just body block this. Strike fighters are coming in. Oh, God, where's the AA? Nothing. Oh, my God, this is going to be so close. The support cruiser is here. I don't think that strike fighters are going to make it in time. Derogorn is going to pop that artifact. There it goes. So the 2-1 lead in terms of artifact with 45 seconds on the clock. I don't think Masque can do it. A little bit of a flank coming out. This has got to be Derogorn. Melody. Okay, nice. So Melody's supporting with a little bit of a flank, just putting the threat onto Masque's exposed flank, doing what she can. As long as they can keep this lead, they will be able to take the game as the clock runs out. Even coming up with another base runner. Masque is going to push it though. Boom. Masque unable to hold it. She did fantastically well though. What a crazy game, back and forth so many times. A lot of opportunities for one team to close the deal, but they just couldn't make it happen. That was a fantastic game. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. Let me know what you think in the comments. Smash a like if you enjoyed this video. Hit that subscribe if you enjoy my content, and I will see you for the next video.